How are we? Oh, let's get started. Right. Okay. So this evening I'm going to be using Berger paper. It's fibre-based warm tone. And I bought these for a little project a little while back. And it's rather lovely. Possibly one of my favourite papers at the moment. So let's test it first. So yeah, Latent Hour live stream is officially a year old. Started end of March last year. Been doing it every month. There's a couple little gaps for technical reasons or health reasons. But yeah, a year on. I'm still here, still printing. And this time I'm printing, go that way actually, printing something old. So this is, when did I do this? 2009, 2010? And these are from a trip I did to Wales. A little fishing village called Porthgain, and it's a beautiful little spot. So everything's had 6, 8, now 10, 12, 14, get one more in there, 16. There we are. So it's 5 rows paper, so it might need longer than this, but let's see what happens. So my intention is for this evening to do some prints which I'm going to sell from my website. So I've now got a store on there selling my new book, some other little print projects that I've done, and you can find all of that at tombobwarland.com, and there's a link on my YouTube page, link on Instagram, etc. But I'm also going to do a competition to win one of the prints to celebrate a year of doing a live stream in the darkroom. Hi Steve, how you doing? Hey Azumi. Okay, so I'm using very little developer. I thought I had more, and my box was nearly empty. So I'm using a smaller tray and hoping it's enough. Okay, so this is 16 seconds here. It's the darkest one. I need to go darker. Let's go 20 seconds as a ballpark and see how that goes from there. So if the darkroom is something you're used to, you know what I'm doing. If you haven't got a clue what any of this is, that's absolutely fine. Just ask. More than happy to share. So these are large format 4x5 negatives. I can't remember what film it was. Probably Delta 100 or FP4, but it was a long time ago. Yeah, that needs to be a lot darker. I'm going to do a whole new test strip actually. I'm going to start it 20 seconds and we'll go from there. So this paper is quite expensive. I'll try and use it sparingly. It does look nice. Right, so get that started. So yeah, I'm going to do a competition to win one of these prints. That's going to be on my Instagram. And I will start that from tomorrow and I'll run it for a couple of weeks. And then I'll do a live draw on Instagram for the winner. Go. So it's all had 20, 22, 24. And a little bit of shameless self-promotion here. This is a copy of my book, which is available from my website. It will be available elsewhere as well. But there it is. And it is a guide to everything that I'm doing in the darkroom, with little tips, suggestions of different films, problem solving, toning prints, some suggestions of some experimentation you can do as well. So it's a bit of everything. Price at £15 plus postage. Currently only in the UK, but it should hopefully be available further afield as well. So I've been talking to Jagle, who are based in Germany, and they're going to potentially distribute it in Europe for me. How do I choose my paper? Not so much the rationale. There's glossy papers will give more contrast. I generally go for gloss because I like the crisp blacks. Luster's quite nice, it's not quite as shiny. Fibre-based papers aren't as shiny as resin papers. So there's a bit of trial and error in finding what you like. This one is a warm tone paper. So it's slightly yellow. Very, very slightly. And it's really nice on skin tones. It's really nice with architecture as well. This is a seascape. I haven't tried it with seascapes. It's a bit of experiments. Hey Maria, I am printing in the darkroom. So I'm just getting a sense of which exposure is going to be correct. So we've got, I'll bring this a bit closer so you can see it. So this end's only had 20 seconds of light. This end has had, I don't actually know, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34 seconds it goes up to. Okay, so first of all, I want it to be a little bit darker, and some of that's probably my developer, which is on its last legs. I need to buy a new bottle. I didn't realise this was my backup bottle. I thought I had another one in the cupboard. Okay, so that's up to 34. I'm going to do 36 seconds. Actually, no, I'm not. Oh dear. Okay, scrap everything I've done. I'm going to do it a different way. So yeah, so Steve, the answer to your question also, this is fibre-based paper, so it's thicker. It feels more like cardboard. But but it looks so much nicer when it's finished. So yeah, so if you want to win a print, if you head over to my Instagram, make sure you've followed it, and then tomorrow I will do a post starting the competition for you to win a print that I make in the darkroom tonight. I'll post it anywhere, no cost to whoever it is, and all the instructions will be there. But yeah, just a little thing just to celebrate coming down here and showing everyone this for a whole year. So this is quite a cool little thing. I don't use it very often, but it's an exposure calculator. So each section's different densities, so it blocks all the light out, and it gives me a sense of how long is going to be the correct exposure. I'm expecting around here to be the best outcome. But if you get a tricky print, try and get the times right, it does help speed things up a little bit. Come back. So the areas that have seen the most light will go darkest. And the areas that have the least light will stay lightest. Here we go. So actually I want somewhere between, so the whole piece of paper's had 60 seconds. So the edge is 60 seconds. This bit's 48. I want somewhere between the two, I think. And then longer in the developer. So let's go with 52 seconds. And then the sky, I'm going to dodge that a little bit. So that'll be to keep that just a little bit lighter. And I might do the same down here along the dock, just to keep a bit more definition. Okay. I'm definitely going to buy a new bottle of developer this week. Okay. So what I'm doing is just using a little tool just to block the light for parts of the image. Yeah, they're the same in terms of it's a developer stop and fix. The developer is different. So film developers are really just for film, paper developers are just for paper. But the fixes are exactly the same stuff. Ilford Rapid Fix. Stop. Actually, I just use water. I haven't bought a bottle of Stop in 20 years. But yeah, developer, I tend to use Ilford Multigrade for paper. And then film, I normally use Rodinal. Sometimes Kodak D76, depending on my mood. I mean, there's a whole art to this, in that different film and paper combinations, different developer combinations, they all leave the image looking differently. Even the type of light bulb I've got in the enlarger makes a huge difference. And it's just, yeah, it's trial and error, it's experimentation. I think it's what I like about it the most. Yeah, I hadn't used D76 until only a couple of months ago. And then when I did a trip to the Welsh Valleys, end of October, beginning of November. No. What was it about? Middle of February. Yeah, that was my first time using it. Okay. Not too happy with that. I might try a different paper. Let's see if that reacts better. That just seems really bland. Right, I think it's a combination of the paper's not really good for the image, and also my chemistry is just, it's getting old. Ilfazol 3 is really nice developer. My only problem with it is it doesn't keep in the bottle very long, so you end up wasting quite a lot if you don't have a lot of film to process in one go. Yeah, I'm not happy with that. And also the mix ratio to it, from memory, is it like 1:9 or 1:4 or something? It's quite a heavy mix. Whereas Rodinal is 1:25, so it goes a lot longer. But maybe that's just me being cheap. Right, changing a paper. Should go with. Exploded my pen doing that. Never mind. Yeah, brand new box of paper. This one is a resin paper. It will react faster. So that last print I did was about a minute. This one will probably be 10 seconds, I guess. So let's see what happens. depending on how this one comes out, this is either going to be a really good session or I'm just going to probably pack up, because there's no point trying to print if the developers are completely exhausted. So let's see how this looks. Please work. I need to get some more film developers as well, to be honest. Yeah, the developers had it. It's reacting really slowly, not evenly. And the tones in there are just completely grey and flat. Okay, so we're going to stop. Not going to waste the money, you're not going to waste the paper. Just flip this round. There we go. So instead, a couple of little bits of news, and then I'm going to pack up. I will still do the competition. It will not be this week. I'll have to get some new chemistry, come and do some printing over the next few days, and then I'll do the competition after that. So the print competition is postponed by a week or so. The news is on 26th of April, it is World Pinhole Day. As part of this, me and Toby, who host Almost in Focus, our podcast, together, we're doing our first photo walk in conjunction with the podcast. That's going to be in Royal Leamington Spa in the UK, and it's going to be, I think it's about 11 o'clock in the morning. All the details are on photowalk.me, and if you just look up Almost in Focus on there, you'll find it. But also have a listen to the podcast. We've got a great guest this week that's coming out on Wednesday, and we have spent an hour or so chatting with documentary photographer Simon Roberts, who's been a photographic hero of mine and Toby's for many years. Lovely guy. I've spoken to him a few times over the years about various things. He always gives his time to anyone who wants it. Really decent bloke. And yeah, we had a great chat about his work and his new venture, which is Post Creative, and that's a photographic community, art centre, work studios space down in Brighton. So yes, check that out. That will be out on Spotify, YouTube, but also Apple Podcasts, Pocket Casts, a bunch of other places. And that new episode will be out on Wednesday. What else? That is it, except to say my book. So yes, very short one tonight. I will get some more chemistry and I will do some prints. Make sure you follow the YouTube channel. Go over to Instagram, Tom Bob Warland. Give that a like as well, and that will be where I announce what's happening with that competition. So if you want to win a print, that's where to go. I'm going to go and order some chemistry now. Have a good evening. Yeah, I know. Yeah. See you guys.